Hello everyone. Today we would be discussing about the strategy by an officer who cleared recently conducted Karnataka Administrative Service examination. This is her second attempt, and in the year 2017 she missed by 3 marks, and the subsequent notification she could able to clear. So today we'll be exploring how she could able to improve upon her strategy and overcome all the obstacles and finally recommended by the commission. So without much delay, I will welcome Mehrunisa Begum on this discussion and give a insightful information regarding the overall picture about the examination strategy, approach, and everything regarding this exam. So without much delay, I'll proceed further. Thank you.
In the prelims, GS1, GS2, 200 marks of each paper. Then the total will be 400 marks. Then mains, in the mains qualifying exams, compulsory Kannada, compulsory English, which each of 150 marks. Then in the mains, there are 5 papers and the first paper consists of essay. In that, 2 topics will be given. Earlier, there have been a choice. When I have written in the first attempt, that time we were having even optional paper of two optional paper were also there. Now they have removed it. In this essay, earlier there was choice, like in UPSC, for one essay you will be having 4 choices. But in the last attempt, there was no choice in the essay. You need to write that given essay only 2 topics. One, they have given the National Education Policy, and another essay was based on Karnataka Land Reform Act. So that you don't have any choice. So you need to read very broader perspective of current events going on. That time they have brought Land Reform Act, some amendments they have brought, ordinance. In that, because of that, they have focused on that. So you must be aware of the local issues of Karnataka and even the national issues. That time the national education policy was very much in the news. So they asked those 2 only without choice. So you need to write that. So be ready with all the preparation of all kind. Don't leave anything, because even the 1 marks also important for your selection. Because in my first attempt, which I have left, was like with 3 marks only, I could not get into the list. So that I know the value of even 1 marks. If I could have done well, essay much more essay well, then there could have if even if I could have got 5 more marks, I could have been in the list in the last time only. So that's why I'm saying essay is also a role playing in your selection. So focus on essay. Now, in the second paper that we call as GS1, in that you will be having history, geography, and some other data analysis questions. And in the GS2, you will be having economics and governance. In the GS3, you will be having environment, science and technology, and science and technology, environment, agriculture. Those all you will get in the GS3, and which we called as GS4, that is the totally ethics paper. And earlier in the ethics, that was only theoretical part they used to ask. But in the last time, they even asked the case-based issues. Case study also they have asked. So be prepared thoroughly with all the things. And each paper will be having 250 marks. Now, the interview earlier was for 200 marks. Now they have reduced it to 50 marks. So total, it will be 1300 marks. So the cutoff will be of, it depends on the category and all. So no need to bother, but you prepare thoroughly for all the papers. For that, what we need to have this time. I have mentioned how you are going to, like how many marks, what are the papers. This is the brief explanation for your exam. This is how. Now, how you need to study for the exam. You must have an integrated approach to clear case. Like prelims comes mains. Because so many questions, when you look after the syllabus, whichever the exam you write, you need to go through first syllabus. Because the prelims and main syllabus will be almost 70%, it will be correlated. So while reading in prelims perspective, objective type, that time only you think in mains how they are going to ask the questions. So the syllabus, once first you need to go through the syllabus. Which is the syllabus? What are the topics they have covered in the prelims and mains? It will be same only: history, geography, quality, the environment, current affairs, everything will be same for pre and mains. So you prepare your own notes also while reading. Then PYQs, previous year question papers. Those plays a very important role. Once you have done with syllabus, go through PYQs. This is the strategy purely I followed because sir has guided me in a very good way, and he has motivated me also, and he was one of the support for me to qualify, because the material in the market is overloaded. You won't get the realistic solution for your problems, like what need to read, how you need to go through the syllabus, how you need to select the books. Those are only simply reading the content. There are a lot of huge amount of content is in the market, so don't go for all those things. You must realize which is important, which is not. For that you need a one guide and mentorship. So that I got from the sir, and that is the strategy what he has given to me and which I am sharing to you. Syllabus, then PYQs, then standard books. It includes NCRT and authors such as for the polity Lakshmikant, for the modern history Spectrum, for the environment Shankar IAS. Like this, you will have these are the standard books. Revise it and don't read multiple books for one subject. One subject, one book, but repeated revisions. Multiple revisions you need to read with one book, not the multiple books with one revision. So focus on revision. You will be having very less time. Once if it calls KPSC notification, prelims will have very short time, and after that mains will also have 3 to 4 months, hardly difference. Prelims and mains gap will be very less. So once you start your preparation, you need to start with pre-com mains. Then the last comes the test series, which is a very important. There is lot of test series available in the market. I don't want to take the name of these test series. So earlier in my first attempt, I have attempted some institute test series that have been little bit misguided to me. So which you feel is good, so you can join for that. And test series is very important, as sir has been always guided me in a very good way. So test series with the discussion. So this is how our plan and strategy should be. Pre-com mains, and later when we qualify for the mains, there will be a separate approach for the interview. Like, but you need to have a clarity of thought. When it comes to ethics, you need to be in the ethics, some will they ask the definition. So don't write mug up definitions like that. Write which you understand in your perspective. And while writing the mains also, in the mains paper, you should have, for any answer, you should have 3 components. In answer sheet, you will be having, you need to divide your answer in 3 parts. This is the standard approach, and it will fetch you more marks. One is introduction, second is body, and third is conclusion. For every questions, and you will be having a very less time. Around 84 pages will be there in the main test in every GS paper that you need to write in 3 hours. You need to focus on this. You need a practice to complete the race within these 3 hours. Many people will leave some questions and there won't be any quality answers. So if you want to be good in answer writing, you need to practice. Answer writing is key to success for KS. So daily you practice at least not 10 questions, at least 4 to 5 questions. Daily 4 to 5 questions, whichever the subjects you have read. Like if you have read the parliament, which kind of questions they are asking, president, which kind of questions they are asking. On that 4 to 5 questions you prepare, you write and make it as a model answers. It will fetch you the more marks. So you must have one proper strategy, which I followed, I shared with you guys. So if you have any question, you can ask me. Any question?
Yeah, I have a question here.
Yeah.
So in mains, so everything we have to write. So there will not be any objective questions. Is it like
No,
that?
no. Everything is written. No objective.
Okay. For prelims, there will be objective
Only
questions.
objective question for prelims.
Okay. So can you repeat that part, please? This mandatory Kannada, you were saying that. Actually, I missed that.
In first, for qualifying the mains, this is purely objective.
Okay.
Purely objective it is. And it is mains is purely written. No objective. Right? In this, you will have a qualifying exam for compulsory Kannada and English. In this, you need 150 marks, each paper will be there. You need to get 33% of this, which will be approximately 55 marks. Okay. You need to qualify, means you need to score 55 marks in each compulsory Kannada and compulsory English. And after that, this essay, as I have mentioned, local and national. One will be based on state issue, one will be national issue. So you need to very much aware in the current affairs, what are the issues are going on in the Karnataka as well as the national level. And in the GS1 paper, history, geography will be there. In the GS2 paper, governance, polity, economics will be there. In the GS3 paper, we will have environment, science and technology, and agriculture. And in the GS4 paper, it is purely ethics, but this from last time they have started to give case studies also. And for that, I have for answer writing, I have given here the like your every question should have introduction, body, what you are going to write, and the conclusion for each and every. If you follow these, it will fetch you high marks to you. Then any other questions?
I have a question, ma'am.
Yeah.
Ma'am, how did you prepare for the mains? Because mains is more or less static oriented than compared to prelims. Prelims has a much overweight of current affairs. In UPSC means it is current related, but in KPSC much of the means is static oriented, for which you need to have facts ready with you. Did you prepare a short note on every single topic in the main syllabus, or how did you go about it?
Yeah, in the syllabus, you need to take each and every topic separately, and you need to work on that. From which book you are getting good content, and plus internet also some of the facts. Like if they ask about what is flood, how you are going to manage the flood, like that. So first you need to start as per the this Bada Ayog Yojana, that is National Flood Commission. This much percent of Indian geographical area is under flood. So like this kind of a facts, that will be your introduction. you need to write, and a little bit you need to draw a map, India map, where all flood affected areas, which all, and if they ask about the Karnataka state, like that you need to draw the map and you need to mention this area flood affected, and in the body you need to write what are the reasons for flood and how you are going to tackle. And the last one, in with not more than 3 lines, 2 to 3 lines, you need to write the conclusion. That you will get through experience. That's why what I said, practice answer writing practice.
Oh,
And
okay, ma'am.
one good
So,
evaluator, like
yeah, ma'am.
the evaluation which you are going to get it from, he should have experience. Like the sir used to evaluate my answers and he used to give feedback for each and every line. Like this, you should not write like this, because in the 3 hours, how you are going to write 84 pages, and that too with this strategy, you need to write into body conclusion. It is a huge mind and hand exercise. For that, you need to mentally prepare earlier only. Daily answer writing practice is must and necessary. Any other
One more,
questions?
one more important point I wanted to make here is actually we keep everything for the end moment, like for the current affairs. If we take example current affairs, when month end starts, we start reading all that. So that should not happen. Current affairs should be taken on a daily basis. See, yesterday we have posted one questions because what is wetlands has been Ramsar wetlands, 3 wetlands additionally was added from Karnataka. So this is expected questions. The KPSC will definitely ask this question in the mails. To take it, even write it this statement. Definitely KPSC is going to ask this question because out of 5 wetlands, 3 is added to from Karnataka itself. So how they are going to frame a questions? If you make question ready-made by now itself, even within 5 minutes you will write in the exam. That's how you are able to complete all the questions. It's very challenging, first of all, to complete the paper itself. What students usually do and what personally over a period of time I also have made a mistake is every content I used to make by the end of the exam, huge books used to be there, but we won't get the time to revise. ಅದು ರಿವೈಸ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗ್ತಿರ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಆ ತರ ಆಗ್ಬಾರ್ದು. ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಅಫೇರ್ಸ್ ಎಸ್ಪೆಷಲಿ ವೆನ್ ಇಟ್ ಕಮ್ಸ್ ಟು ನ್ಯಾಷನಲ್ ಇಂಟರ್ನ್ಯಾಷನಲ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ರಿಲೇಟೆಡ್ ನ್ಯಾಷನಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಡೀತಿರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತವೆಲ್ಲ ಮೊದಲೇ ನಾವು ಅದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನೋಟ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ರೆ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಮೂಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅದು ರಿವೈಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋದ್ರು ಲೈಕ್ ಅಂತ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಔಟ್ ಆಫ್ 20 ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ಈಚ್ ಪೇಪರ್, ಸೊ ನೀವು ಅಟ್ಲೀಸ್ಟ್ ಒಂದು 5-6 ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ ಆ ತರ ಇದ್ರೆ ಯು ಆರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಸೇವ್ ಅಟ್ಲೀಸ್ಟ್ 2.5 hours ಅಲ್ಲೇ ನೀವು ಬರೆದು ಬಿಸಾಕ್ತೀರಾ ಪೇಪರ್, ಆ ತರ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಯೂಶಲಿ ಆ ತರ ಮಾಡಲ್ಲ ನಾವು. ಈಗ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಟಾಪಿಕ್ಸ್ ಏನಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಕೋರ್ ಏರಿಯಾಸ್ ಅಂತ ಏನ್ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ, ಅದನ್ನ ಮರ್ತೋಗ್ತೀವಿ, ಅದನ್ನ ನಾವು ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗಲ್ಲ ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ, ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಕೊಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಆತರ ಮಾಡಕ್ ಹೋಗ್ಬಾರ್ದು. ಅಂಡ್ ಮೋರ್ ಓವರ್ ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಸ್ಟಾಟಿಕ್ ಪೋರ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲೂ ರಿಪೀಟೆಡ್ಲಿ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ ಬರ್ತಾನೆ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ವಿಜಯನಗರ ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಚಾಳುಕ್ಯನ್ ಇದು ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಹೊಯ್ಸಳಸ್ ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಅದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ ಬರ್ಲೇಬೇಕು, ಬರ್ತವೆ. ಪ್ರೀವಿಯಸ್ ಇಯರ್ ತೆಗೆದು ನೋಡಿ, ಆ ಥೀಮ್ ಏರಿಯಾದಲ್ಲಿ ಮೊದಲೇ ರೆಡಿ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕು. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು 8 ನಿಮಿಷ ಏನಿರುತ್ತೆ ಪರ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಗೆ, ನೀವು 5 ನಿಮಿಷದಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ದ್ ಬಿಸಾಕ್ಬೋದು. ಸೊ ಕ್ವಾಲಿಟಿ ಆಫ್ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಬರೀತೀರಾ. ಈಗ ವೆಟ್ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ನಾನು ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, ಸೊ ಎಷ್ಟ್ ಜನ ಮ್ಯಾಪ್ ಹಾಕ್ತೀರಾ? ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಮ್ಯಾಪ್ ಹಾಕೋದೇ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಎಲ್ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಇದೆ ಅದ್ ಮೆನ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಆತರ ಮಾಡಿರೋರು, ಇಫ್ ಇನ್ ಕೇಸ್ ಆತರ ನೀವು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಬೇರೆಯವ್ರಕಿನ್ನ ನೀವು 2-3 ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿಗೆ ತಗೊಳ್ತೀರಾ. ಒಂದ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು 1 ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆದ್ರೂ 20 ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ 20 ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್. ಬೇರೆಯವ್ರು 140 ತೆಗಿತಿದ್ರೆ ನೀವು 160 ತೆಗಿತೀರಾ. ಆಬ್ವಿಯಸ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ಒಂದ್ ಪೇಪರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ 20 ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ 25 ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಆದ್ರೆ ಓವರ್ ಆಲ್ 100 ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇರ್ತದೆ ನಿಮ್ ಮೇನ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. ಸೊ ಚಾನ್ಸೇ ಇರಲ್ಲ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಎಲಿಮಿನೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ. ಮೇನ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲೇ ನಿಮ್ ಹೈಯೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ತಂದ್ರೆ, ಸೊ ನೋಬಡಿ ವಿಲ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ಇಂಟರ್ವ್ಯೂದಲ್ಲಿ ಮಿನಿಮಮ್ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟರು ಸೆಲೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಪಕ್ಕ ಆಗೇ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಆ ತರ ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಟಜಿ ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಅಫೇರ್ಸ್ ಇಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್. ನನ್ಗನ್ಸಿರೋ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ನಿಮ್ಮ ನೋಟ್ಸ್ ನೀವೇ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತೀರಿ. ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ ಬಂದಾಗ ನ್ಯೂಸ್ ನ ಕೊರಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಿ, ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಅಫೇರ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಟಿಕ್ ಪೋರ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು. ಸೊ ಆತರ ಒಂಥರ ರೆಡಿಮೇಡ್ ನಿಮ್ ನೋಟ್ಸ್ ಎಷ್ಟೇ ನೀವು ಮೆಟೀರಿಯಲ್ಸ್ ಓದಿ, ಮೇಡಮ್ ಅವರು ಹೇಳ್ತಿದ್ರು ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬಹಳ ಮೆಟೀರಿಯಲ್ಸ್ ಇದಾವೆ, ಯಾವ್ದು ತಗೊಂಡ್ಬೇಕು ಯಾವ್ದು. ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ ದಟ್ಸ್ ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್, ಅದು ನಮ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಲ್ಲ ಯಾವ್ದು ತಗೊಂಡ್ಬೇಕು ಯಾವ್ದು ಬಿಡ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ. ಬಟ್ ನಿಮ್ದೇ ಒಂದು ಸ್ವಂತ ನೋಟ್ಸ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ಅದು ಹ್ಯಾಂಡಿ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ರಿವೈಸ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ ಈಸಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಇಷ್ಟು ನಾನು ಹೇಳಕ್ ಬಯಸ್ತಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಎನಿ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಕೇಳಿ, ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ವೆರಿ ಇಂಟರಾಕ್ಟಿವ್ ಕೈಂಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಡಿಸ್ಕಷನ್. ಸೊ
ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ಸರ್. ಸೊ ನೀವ್ ಹೇಳೋ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಲೈಕ್ ಥಿಮ್ಯಾಟಿಕ್ ಮೇನ್ಸ್ ನೋಟ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಲೈಕ್ ದ ರಿಪೀಟೆಡ್ ಟಾಪ್ ಥೀಮ್ಸ್ ಯಾವ್ದಿದೆ ಅದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ರೆಡಿಮೇಡ್ ಇಂಟ್ರೋ ಬಾಡಿ ಕನ್ಕ್ಲೂಷನ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ಯಾಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮೇನ್ಸ್ ನೋಟ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಇಟ್ ವುಡ್ ಬಿ ಈಸಿ ಫಾರ್ ಅಸ್ ಟು ಗೋ ಥ್ರೂ ಅಂಡ್ ಕ್ವಿಕ್ಲಿ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಕ್ವೆಶನ್ಸ್. ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಕ್ವೆಶನ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಲೈಕ್ ಅವಾಗ್ಲೇ ಥಿಂಕ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಬರಿಬೇಕಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ವಿ ಕುಡ್ ಸೇವ್ ದಟ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಓವರ್ ಹಿಯರ್. ನೀವ್ ಹಾಗಲ್ಲ.
ಎಕ್ಸಾಕ್ಟ್ಲಿ ಮೇಡಮ್, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿ ನೀವು 20 ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಬರ್ದಾಗ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಮೈಂಡ್ ಸೆಟ್ ಯಾವ ತರ ಇರ್ಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ, ನಾವು ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ 10 ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿರ್ಬೇಕು, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗಿ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ನಾವು ವಾಮಿಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ದಂಗೆ ಇರ್ಬೇಕು. ಇನ್ 8 ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಸ್ಪಾಂಟೇನಿಯಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ಬರ್ದು ಡಿರೈವ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಬರೀರಿ, ದೆನ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಗೆಟ್ ದ ಸ್ಕೋರ್. 20 ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ ನೀವು ಆನ್ ಸ್ಪಾಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟಿವ್ ಆಗಿ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ದಟ್ಸ್ ಐ ಥಿಂಕ್ ವೆರಿ ಡಿಫಿಕಲ್ಟ್. ಸೊ ಈವನ್ ಸಮ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಎಸ್ಸೆ ಸೆಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿರೋ ಕೆಲವು ಕ್ಯಾಂಡಿಡೇಟ್ಸ್ ಹತ್ರ ನಾವು ಮಾತಾಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ, ಅಂಡ್ ಲೈಕ್ ದೇ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಪ್ರಿಪೇರ್ಡ್ ಸಮ್ ಸೆಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಸ್ಸೆಸ್, ಅದೇ ಹೋಗಿ ಬರ್ದಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ, ಅಂಡ್ ದೇ ಗಾಟ್ ವೆರಿ ಗುಡ್ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ಕೆಲವೊಂದದು ಅನಾಕ್ಡೋಟ್ಸ್ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಆ ತರ ಎಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗಿ ಸಿ ಸಮ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಎಸ್ಸೆ ಸ್ಟೋರಿಯಿಂದ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ವಾಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಪನ್ಸ್, ಇಟ್ಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ದೇರ್ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟಿವಿಟಿ, ಅವ್ರೇನ್ ಪೊಯೆಟ್ ಏನಿಲ್ಲ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗಿ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟಿವಿಟಿ ಅಂತ ಬರೆಯೋರು, ಅದನ್ನ 2-3 ಸಲ ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸ್ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತಾರೆ, ಅದನ್ನೇ ಹೋಗಿ ಬರೀತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಆಸ್ ಶಿ ವಾಸ್ ಟೆಲಿಂಗ್ ಎಸ್ಸೆ, ವಿ ವರ್ ಏಬಲ್ ಟು ಪ್ರಿಡಿಕ್ಟ್ ದಟ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್, ಎಸ್ಸೆ ಇಂದ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ಬೋದು ಅಂತ. ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ರಿಫಾರ್ಮ್ಸ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಬಹಳ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಆ ಟೈಮಲ್ಲಿ ತುಂಬಾ ಚರ್ಚೆಯಲ್ಲಿತ್ತು. ಅಗ್ರಿಕಲ್ಚರ್ ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ನ ಅಮೆಂಡ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ತಂದಿದ್ರು, ಲೈಕ್ ಅಗ್ರಿಕಲ್ಚರ್ ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಬಿ ಕನ್ವರ್ಟೆಡ್ ಟು ಕೈಂಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಪ್ರೈವೇಟೈಸ್ ಮಾಡೋ ತರ. ಸೊ ದಟ್ಸ್ ಬೀನ್ ವೆರಿ ಮಚ್ ಇನ್ ನ್ಯೂಸ್. ಒಂದ್ ರೀಜನಲ್ ಟಾಪಿಕ್ ಅದು ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಬಂದಿತ್ತು ಎಸ್ಸೆ. ನ್ಯೂ ಎಜುಕೇಶನ್ ಪಾಲಿಸಿ ಆಸ್ ಶಿ ವಾಸ್ ಟೆಲಿಂಗ್, ಅದು ಬಂದಿತ್ತು. ಎರಡು ನೀವು ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಅದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಇಂಟ್ರೊಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗ್ಬೇಕು, ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ಸ್ ಏನ್ ಕೋಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು, ಕಮಿಷನ್ ಯಾವ್ದು ತರಬೇಕು, ಮತ್ತೆ ಏನೇನ್ ಚೇಂಜಸ್, ಎಜುಕೇಶನ್ ಹಿಸ್ಟಾರಿಕಲ್ ಚೇಂಜಸ್ ಏನಿದ್ವು, ಬ್ರಿಟಿಷ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಜುಕೇಶನ್ ಯಾವ ತರ ಇತ್ತು, ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಎಜುಕೇಶನ್ ಯಾವ ತರ ಇತ್ತು, ಎಲ್ಲ ಡೈಮೆನ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ತಂದು ಇದು ಮೊದಲೇ ನೀವು ರೆಡಿ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗಿದ್ರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ 3 hours ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೆಯೋದು ನೀವು 2 hours ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೀತೀರಾ. ಸೊ ಮೇನ್ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಟು ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸ್. ಎಷ್ಟು ನೀವು ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಕಷ್ಟ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, 20 ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ ಬರೆಯಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ, ಅಟ್ಲೀಸ್ಟ್ ಎವ್ರಿ ಡೇ 1 ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ ಬರೀರಿ. ಸೊ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ವಿ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟೆಡ್ ಪೋಸ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಸಮ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಟಾಪಿಕ್ಸ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅದು ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಲೈಕ್ ಇದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ವೆಟ್ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನಾ ಹೇಳಿದೆ. ಆತರ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ ಬಂದಾಗ ನೀವು ಪ್ರೀಪೇಡ್ ರೆಡಿಮೇಡ್ ನೋಟ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಅದನ್ನೇ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗಿ ಬರೀರೋ ತರ ಇರ್ಬೇಕಷ್ಟೇ. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲ ನಾನು ಎಲ್ಲಾ ವೆಟ್ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ತೀನಿ, ಇನ್ನೊಂದ್ 3 hours ಸಿಲೆಬಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲೂ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಯಾವ್ದು ಪಿಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ಯಾವ್ದು ಬಿಡ್ಬೇಕಂತಾನು ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ, ಪ್ರೊವೈಡೆಡ್ ಇಫ್ ಯು ಅನಲೈಸ್ 10 years ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಅಫೇರ್ಸ್, ಇವನ್ ಫಾರ್ ಫಿಲಿಮ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಮೇನ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು. ಸೊ ಆತರ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಕೋರ್ ಏರಿಯಾಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ ಅದ್ರನ್ನ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ ಬಂದೇ ಬರ್ತವೆ, ಪದೇ ರಿವೈಸ್ ಮಾಡೋದಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಇಲ್ಲ ಅದನ್ನ ನೋಟ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳೋದಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಆತರ ಐ ಥಿಂಕ್ ಐ ಸಜೆಸ್ಟ್ ದಟ್ ವುಡ್ ಬಿ ಬೆಟರ್ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟೆಡ್ ಆಫ್ ರೀಡಿಂಗ್ ಎವ್ರಿಥಿಂಗ್. ಅಂಡ್ ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಸಿಲೆಬಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ಮಿಸ್ಲೇನಿಯಸ್ ಇದಾವೆ, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ ಬರೋದೇ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಹೌ ಡು ಯು ನೋ ದಟ್ when you read the previous year paper? So that is what I wanted to say about this. So any questions, ಬೇರೆ ಏನೇ questions ಇದ್ರೆ we will discuss it.
ಸರ್, ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಅಫೇರ್ಸ್ ಸುಮಾರು ಎಷ್ಟು ತಿಂಗಳ ಹಿಂದೆ, ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಇವಾಗ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಯ್ತು, ಇವಾಗ ನೋಟಿಫಿಕೇಶನ್ ಬಂತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸುಮಾರು ಎಷ್ಟು 1 or 2 year ಎಷ್ಟು ಹಿಂದೆ ನಾವು ಅಪ್ಡೇಟೆಡ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೇಕು ಸರ್?
I think madam can answer that better.
Around 1 year current affairs you must need to read.
Okay madam, thank you.
Madam, one question.
Yeah.
So, current affairs you must have referred, you must have gone through newspapers as well. So for English and Kannada, can you recommend some newspapers?
I have read for English The Hindu only, with focus to Karnataka and some of the national issues. Kannada, whichever your comfort, like Vijayavani or Prajavani. I think both paper are very much good in they have good content.
ಮೇಡಮ್ 2017 ಕಂಪೇರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ನಿಮ್ದು 2020 ಸೆಲೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕಾರೆ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ನೀವು ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಅಪ್ರೋಚ್ ನ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರ, ಯಾವ ತರ ನಿಮ್ ಇಂಪ್ರೂವ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಯಾವ ತರ ಇತ್ತು ಮೇಡಮ್ ಸೆಲೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಗಕ್ಕೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಸೆಲೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಗಿದೆ?
ನಾನು 2017 ಅಟೆಂಪ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ರೈಟಿಂಗ್ ಅದು ಇದು ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸ್ ಅಷ್ಟೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ, ಮತ್ತೆ ಅಷ್ಟು ಗೈಡೆನ್ಸ್ ಇರ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಅಟೆಂಪ್ಟ್ ಇತ್ತಲ್ಲ, ಹಂಗಾಗಿ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಇದು ಮಿಸ್ ಆಯ್ತು 3 marks ಇಂದ. ಅದೇ ಈಗ ಮಿಸ್ಟೇಕ್ಸ್ ನ ರೆಕ್ಟಿಫೈ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಸರ್ ಗೈಡೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅವರೆಲ್ಲ ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ರು ನಾನು